Now, when we all thought basketball couldn't get any more exciting, three major events occurred. And number one, we saw some crazy news with Zion Williamson, of course, getting caught up in a ton of drama, and basically not being able to control himself off of the court. And the other two things major we saw were these unicorns were pulling up to the NBA and changing the game forever. Now, of course, we're talking about Victor Wembanyama and Chet Holmgren. And I gotta say, man, these two dudes, the way that they have been playing in their rookie years is insane. Now, of course, Chet has been dealing with injury, so again, it's definitely been a long road for him. But many rumors are even stating that Chet Holmgren is better than Victor Wembanyama, despite all of the hype. And that's why I really call this situation a nightmare. Now, number one, man, we gotta talk about it, man. All the hype that has been going around with Victor. Man, I mean, if you're 7'4", you got an 8-foot wingspan, what are you really going to do? All you can do is really play your game and hope that maybe you can win Rookie of the Year. But at the end of the day, the bro is basically another monster on the court. There really isn't much you can do, and especially when the media sees something like this that we have never seen step on foot and on the court before. Man, I was watching one of these games where basically Victor was making KD look average on the court. KD was looking just like another dude at the park, while Victor was out here catching alleys, knocking down threes, so that was crazy to see. Now, when we really take a look at the two's numbers, that's when it gets even more interesting. Now, number one, I mean, if we take a look at Victor's numbers, this is crazy. Bro is averaging just around 19 points, 8 rebounds, and 2 assists per game. I mean, to be 7'4" and averaging those types of numbers, and even bro had a 38-point game, man, I just have never seen anything like it. Bro is out there really changing the game of basketball, and I think he's definitely living up to a lot of this hype. I know he had one bad game back in the day where basically bro was looking real shaky, kind of unconfident on the court. But honestly, as soon as he really started to warm up and kind of get adjusted to the NBA, I think he really started to show what he is capable of. I mean, at that height, bro is blocking. I mean, defense with both of these dudes is insane. They can shoot the ball. I mean, they can somewhat dribble. So it's just crazy to see the two. And if we take a look at Chet's numbers as well, I mean, Chet is impressive too. Definitely not far behind. 17 points per game, 8 rebounds, and 3 assists. And overall, man, I think the reason why the game is changing is, I mean, you look at this and just the type of builds these dudes have. I mean, people like Draymond Green would be winning Defensive Player of the Year back in the day. But when you see players like this who are rookies, basically, who are 7 feet tall, can block anything basically going into the paint. Somebody puts a layup, man, they're blocking that. Anything like that, it's really hard to compete against. Really, what can you do? And really, I think these two dudes are just changing the game of basketball. Just being able to shoot and kind of handle the ball, being somewhat of guards at 7 feet plus. I mean, we saw KD do it. And the fact that these dudes are rookies and have this type of potential, man, you just cannot teach this. Now, Twitter was actually going insane as well, and not for what you think. Now, of course, these rookies are doing big things, but man, the drama with Zion Williamson is officially back. Now, I never thought that something like this would happen, but man, reports are stating Zion Williamson is expected to miss tonight's game versus Timberwolves to welcome his newborn baby girl into the world. And if you take a look at these tweets, man, I'm not gonna lie, you know who they had to tie his name to. Now, the infamous Double M is seeing this and shaking her head. Man, who knows what's gonna happen with that situation. She was going crazy about Zion, basically calling bro out, exposing him. And we'll see, man, but congrats to Zion. This is just tough.